The word family calls to mind the traditional nuclear family to many people. However, the family with the most outsized impact on my worldview and fundamentally changed the way I look at families had very few remnants of a traditional family structure. In 2002, Aeri Africa was founded as a US-based nonprofit organization dedicated to providing a home for orphaned and vulnerable children in the Walaita Sodo region of Ethiopia, located around 200 miles south of the capital. The mission of Aeri Africa is to provide a safe, loving, and nurturing home for orphans and vulnerable children who have no other viable care options. The children grow in a healthy environment within a supportive community, gain education and employable skills, and develop into confident, productive, and integrated members of society. Aeri Africa partnered up with Children's Cross Connection, an Ethiopian charity NGO that runs the day-to-day at the children's home. The home currently houses over 50 kids ranging from ages 3 to 18. And while the home is staffed, because there are no parental figures there, the older kids take it upon themselves to mentor, guide, and help the younger kids. This fosters an environment of love, compassion, and connectivity in the community. Older kids are always mindful to include younger kids, never trying to exclude them or separate themselves with it. One of the most heartwarming stories I heard when I was there revolved around a 17-year-old boy who I became friends with named Merdekios. He's currently studying computer science and hopes to be a computer engineer when he is older. But when he found out that a 6-year-old living at the home was afraid of the dark and scared of hyenas, he immediately invited him to sleep with him at night without any fear of repercussion from his friends or peers because of how supportive the community is. And as a result, Merdekios didn't even see himself as doing a good deed. He saw what was doing as right. And that kind of mindset is widespread in the home, as kids are taught to be servants of Ethiopia and servants of each other, to always want to help each other. When they get educated and they grow up, they're not trying to leave to go to America or go to somewhere in the West to get rich. They'll be getting skills to better their lives, to better the lives of other Ethiopians, and improve the quality of life for those around them. That is why the 26-year-olds who are long gone their CCC days still come back and revisit the family. Along a similar vein, gratitude and optimism are widespread at CCC. In fact, one of the most humbling conversations of my life occurred when I explained my luck and privilege for being born in America to a friend I made there named Binyam. He responded with explaining to me why he was also lucky, because he was once a street kid who CCC took in, and now he goes to private school and has a chance to go to college and move up in life. And there are still street children, and therefore he has to be grateful because he also is lucky. That kind of humility that the community inside of CCC fosters is one of the most remarkable things I've ever observed. This is compounded by the sheer determination inside everyone at CCC. Merdekios, who I mentioned earlier, explained to me how he wants to be a computer engineer when he grows up, and therefore he watches Code Academy videos to practice learning computer science, but does not have a laptop to practice code, so instead he writes down all of the lessons in a notebook so that he does not fall behind on a class that he's not taking per school, but just to be a better educated person. The children I met at Aeri Africa welcomed me into their family with open arms. And alongside of that, they taught me many things, but by far the biggest takeaway is that in the West, we need to reimagine poverty. These kids live in one of the poorest countries on earth, where the average wage is around 24 cents per hour, and just under half of the country does not have access to clean drinking water. But they are still some of the most happy, vibrant, determined kids I have ever met, and that is the story that deserves to be told and is created when you redefine family.